Welcome, Nerdiverse. It is I, thy deliverer, Mike G, back with another
Oh,
MOTN live. We're here. Anything could happen. Tonight with me is my esteemed colleague, the Tango to my Cash, Wash. What's going on, brother?
yo, what up?
Ooh, like this, though.
Yeah, what's going on? Happy Friday. It's that time
Friday.
again.
Friday. It is that time, Doug. Friday night. You know, what I mean, we should be out doing stuff, Doug, but we're here podcasting with you, Nerdiverse.
We
So
are
everybody else
doing
is in the house.
things.
We should be out like getting in trouble, Doug. You know what I mean? Causing damage to things, bro. You know, like young ruffians, bro.
Hey, man, you remember pre-show? We can go back.
No, we can't talk about what happened on pre-show. Yo, what's going on, Bradley? What's going on, B?
uh,
Yeah, we hear in effect. Yeah, we were talking about
mm,
some MOTN after dark stuff before the show, just to get it out of our system. Because
man.
we just can't lead with that. That's not good. Man, it's been one hell of a week, hasn't it?
Yeah, man, this is actually my first full week back on the books. So, eh, this first week in like 6 weeks, and it's been a long one, man. It's I cannot lie. It takes its toll when you get back into the matrix full time.
Man, what did we say like a couple of lives ago? We were like, it's been a long year, man. It's been a long ass year, dude.
Yeah,
We're all just trying to make it do what it do. You know what I mean?
yeah, and I guess I can't even complain. Like when you say it like that, it's like, damn, Mike, how y'all doing out there? Everything good? How's the air quality? Good? Getting
Yeah,
better?
it's getting better, man. The sky isn't orange anymore, Doug. So that's a plus. I
Oh,
the Palisades fire is still going, but I think
damn.
that's gonna just be the way things are. Living on damn apocalypse now with dark side,
Yeah,
just
man,
fire
video
holes.
wild. It's like,
Yeah,
oh,
man.
that's a movie, right? Nope.
Nah,
Oh,
that's it. That's real, 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 real. You know what I'm saying? It's just how it is right now. No big, no big deal.
no,
Doug.
man.
It's the biggest deal of all time, Doug. Jesus, all you can do is laugh, man. It's just so horrifying.
Got to
All
move
right, real
forward any way you can.
pop quiz, hot shot.
Yes, sir.
Who's your favorite Power Ranger? Everyone has one.
Green Power Ranger.
Bruce, what's going on, man? Bruce is my childhood best friend's older brother. When Bruce is awesome. Bruce taught us how
Oh,
to. Bruce used to school us in GoldenEye, 007
ooh,
on Nintendo
yeah,
64, dog. Remember
yeah.
those
Many
days,
hours.
bro? When you had the one friend who had GoldenEye, and the entire neighborhood would go over to their house and play.
I was actually, not to do it again, but being a tad bit older than you were, I was actually working at a restaurant, and there was the waiter's house, and so the waiter, like, that's where all the waiters went to do their after work waitering types of stuff, and thus you'd have a house full of 20, 25 people all trying to get in there on some golden eye after work. Good times, you know what I mean? Oh, uh-oh, I
Absolutely.
just shut down shut. That was like Lobot. Oh, KB, are you here?
KB, dog. KB is here, dog. Dude. Don't convene with the electronic gods yet, man. Please.
I, Hey, I'm just throwing those stones. Might as well get into it. What happened this week? Was there a series finale of some show?
If you just want to talk about it, we could talk about it, man. We just want to talk about it. We could talk
Well,
about it because you
I
couldn't
went
you couldn't
Lobot.
contain yourself, bro. You couldn't
Yeah, I
contain
went
yourself.
Lobot. It's not me. It's the technology knowing what's going on. They know what time it is, and thus they're like, "Yo, might as well just get into it." So, our,
So
and
take us
I
away,
mean,
bro.
this is a live, so I mean we can discuss
Yes.
this now. Are we going to be
Yeah.
doing that full review on that tomorrow? Is
I
this what
will
we're
answer
planning,
you.
or Crimson?
I will answer you as if I was the Dread Pirate Roberts from The Princess Bride, as you wish.
Oh, all
That's
right. Well,
you would like to do, this is what we're gonna do.
All right.
But talking about a full kind of review on the first season of Skeleton Crew, the Star Wars show on Disney Plus. So look forward to that on a Wednesday in the future. And me and Wash are going to give our 2 cents about the entire season. We're probably going to go episode for episode and just really give our thoughts on step for step. Just really go deep dive into it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not like we're, like they're hour 20-minute long episodes. You know what I mean? There's not a crap ton of what's the words
Yeah.
I'm looking for? Uh, in-depth storytelling going on is what I'm
Hmm.
going to
Hmm.
say. So yeah,
Hmm.
I'm looking forward to going to
Yeah.
a
It should
tad
take
bit
about
further.
it should take about 15, 20 minutes.
Well, full disclosure, I did a
all
short
all 8 episodes. All 8 episodes.
full a
Like,
full
like a cool 30 minutes, though. We'll be
I
done.
did a quick Twitch summary of Star Wars Skeleton Crew review, and I have to tell you, it wasn't long. It really wasn't that long. So,
No, man.
it was a good show. I'm not mad it was here or anything, but I am left. Oh, that was you told me to save it for the pod, so here we are.
Yeah, man, we
Um,
can't give any in depth because we don't want to give away the milk when we got the cow in the back, bro.
Hey,
You know?
two different audiences. It's fine.
Fair enough. Fair
Um,
enough.
so, so,
Fair enough.
so my point is, you get done with Skeleton Crew, and we're now what 3 4 days after
Yeah,
the
the afterglow
finale,
is
and it's
gone.
like,
Yeah.
what what memory do you have of Skeleton Crew?
The memory I have of Skeleton Crew, I can be honest with you. I have a bunch of memories. I like the little monster thing in the robot's eye. Dog. That
Okay,
was
so you got the little rat thing. It's a rat, by the way,
yeah.
in the droid's eye, not a
I got the
monster.
I got the little the kid firing the lightsaber upside down, bro. That was hilarious. That was a good little Star Wars moment.
Yeah, you see,
You
I
know?
think about Star Wars moments, and I'm thinking to myself, Andor, you got No Man Left Behind. You got I'm Not Your Failure, Obi-Wan. You got, I mean, Ahsoka. We're not even going to start dropping those types of bombs that you got. The Bad Batch, you got a couple. And then I'm left thinking about Skeleton Crew and what's the main moment. And my main, like, thing that I take away is uh, the, at what the hell's the name of Ad Atkins?
Called
Ain't
Ad-
ain't
it's not
Ad,
called it's not
Ad,
called Ad Atkins, dog.
yeah, sorry, it just skipped my mind. Like I've been thinking about it
Bruh.
so much. The droid saying that, "Hey, Captain, I ain't never heard of no Atten," and it's
I ain't
like,
never heard of no Ad Atten. Yeah.
and for me, that's the memory. And for me, an
Yeah.
8 episode Star Wars series, and if that is the one memory that I'm holding on to of, oh yeah, that was a good moment. It's like,
But Brian,
damn, yes,
watch.
sir.
You're gonna watch this thing like 7 times, dog.
Yeah, I am
You're
gonna
gonna do
watch it
the
a couple more times. I'm
you'll
sure
be
the
able to
second time
pull
will be better.
yeah, you're gonna pull more memories and you're gonna absorb it in your way, and you'll find things that you enjoy from it. I promise you.
But I only watched Andor once, and I do have the memory. No Man Left
Wow.
Behind. Also, that awesome starship, the way they
Well,
spent the entire budget. So.
I think of it like this. There's that one meal you had in New York that you'll never forget, that perfect steak you had. And then
Hmm.
there's Rally's fries that you can just taste in your brain. You know what I mean? Like you eat them 1,000 times, and they're just Rally's fries. But nothing tastes like Rally's fries or Checkers for those who are in the
Checkers.
East Coast. So I think it's just two different kinds of animals, man. I went into Skeleton Crew with the lowest expectation. I don't want to go too deep into this because we're gonna have a whole episode on it. But yeah, if you start at the bottom, you can only go to the top. It sucks, but that's where I'm at with Star Wars right now, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I guess that's a good segue into into something that Brian watched. Our Jedi
Pardon me
historian
one
here
second.
literally, yeah, he literally put a loaded weapon to my brain and said, "You must do this. You must do this now. I will I will fund you to do this." And it's like mind you, this is like a Wednesday night at 7. I'm like, what's going on? He's like, "No, Mike, I've had enough. Remember how I made you watch the Bad Batch, and I literally told you to stop playing and just watch it. And I'm like, yeah, it was great. He's like, all right, this is another time where this is going to happen. You need to absorb
Look,
this content, and I'm no longer giving you outs, Doug. You have to do
and
it.
and and here's the deal, Mike. For me, at least our conversations is going to add a ton of context to our conversations because you're going to know what the hell it is I'm always freaking yapping about. And
Yeah,
as
I
I
get that.
started the book, like it was my fifth time listening to this book. I just finished it 90 days ago. If that might have been 60 days ago. And it's like, well, it's like crack. It's like, oh damn, I need my hit, bro. And
You
so
wildin', Doug.
when I started it and I realized that the opening scene after four listens, when I realized the opening scene is Sidious being anointed by the dark side, and it's like, nah, and it just so happened that I was like, Mike, you need to
Oh,
read this, bro.
just to give context, what we're talking about is because I don't want to go too deep, but we're talking about the novel, um, Star Wars Darth Plagueis, which is a book based upon the master of General of Senator Palpatine or the Emperor. Yes. So yes, Bradley, please explain. Yes. So just to give you some context of what we're talking about, it's a novel that I'm actually listening to via Audible, and it's called Star Wars Darth Plagueis. It's based upon
Legends.
legends. So this isn't necessarily canon, but what's canon nowadays? But it's pretty much about the rise and fall of Darth Plagueis, which was the master of Senator Palpatine, also known as the Emperor, Darth Vader's master. So it's a story, and I started listening to it, and it's a very interesting way that they start the story. And I just want to talk about this really quickly. Is Darth Plagueis is the master of Senator Palpatine, but the story starts with the death of Plagueis. Not necessarily by the hands of
Plagueis's master, Tinnitus.
was that how it, so but they were talking
Yes.
about but they were talking about Palpatine at the beginning, no?
Oh, yeah, yes. Well, it goes from right from that into
That's what I'm
Plagueis.
saying.
So,
It's an
yeah,
interesting
okay, all
start.
right, yeah.
It's
It is an interesting start. Yeah, go ahead.
yeah, the,
Yeah, go
the
ahead.
the name of this book is Dark Plagueis, but the actual very, very, very first thing you hear is the ascension to godhood by by
Palpatine.
Sidious by Palpatine, and it's talking about just being drunk. But when you're the only Sith Lord, that's a special moment because you're not sharing the Force with anybody. You're just getting like the brunt of that power, and he's just like, I wonder, he's doing the perfect cell. You know what I mean? Where Cell first turns into perfect cell in Dragon Ball. He's just staring at his
Uh,
hand, like like what is this perfection?
for some
And
reason,
everybody, you
Titanic
know,
came to mind, and I'm like, I'm king of the world. I have no idea why that popped in my head when
nah,
you said
man.
that, but
I
I was
think of
like,
like
okay, all right.
I was thinking of like Dragon Ball Z, where Cell turned into Perfect Cell, and he's just staring at himself like this is crazy. I've never been this powerful. And they're all trying to attack him, and Cell's just still standing there unfazed by all of the Z fighters. I'm thinking like, yeah, Palpatine kind of hit a wall where he was like, I'm the most powerful I've ever been, and I kind of don't know how to deal with this. You know what I mean? Is this how Plagueis felt when he, usurped his master? And then
It's
it
like you
kicks
don't know till you know.
yeah. So it's a very interesting book. I'm listening to it now. Um and I'm going to be listening to it all weekend. I'm just going to kind of have it on in the background and let it kind of wash over while I do stuff, while I clean up, while I play. I'm playing Knights of the Old Republic 2 again. I just beat it again and I restarted again. I need to there's so many games I need to play, but Knights of the Old Republic 2, it's just my favorite game of all time. So I have to beat it like at least 7 times to get it out of my system. So yeah, so I'm going to be listening to Darth Plagueis while playing Knights of the Old Republic 2 while looking at my Darth Revan in the background. I'm just going to be Star Warsed out this whole
And
weekend. Is how I plan to be.
and you're gonna come out of it and go, you know what? Brian's got a point. This this isn't a bad place to live. It's a good place to live.
This is a good place to live. Yeah, Bradley's like, I know Knights of the Republic 1, 2, and 3 are the only games I actively play right now. They're just I recommend them to anyone. And if you like Star Wars, yeah, I beat it again like 2 times. Like I'm telling people like there's 2 Star Wars games that I would recommend to anyone absolutely right now if you have the patience for them. And they're 2 series. One series like we're mentioning is Knights of the Old Republic. The other series is the Jedi Fallen Order, Jedi Survivor games with Cal Kestis. Please play those games if you can get through them. I know they're a little difficult, but I swear they will give you so much context on what's going on in Star Wars, and it's just there. I'm going to beat Jedi Survivor again. It's just so good.
I'm just going to do a shout out of a game that's not going to give you a lot of context, but it's freaking awesome. Republic Commando, anyone?
Oh yeah, man, that's
infamous Star
OG.
Wars. Yo,
I
bro.
mean, Republic Commando. I remember. Yep, I was just gonna say it, Bradley. When we were kids, one of my earliest memories is going to my friend Bradley's house um, and playing Shadows of the Empire on Nintendo
Ah,
64, and it was, mind you, it was trash. That game was so garbage. But back then it was tight because it was Star Wars. So it's like going back and thinking about those older games like Shadows of the Empire, Dark Forces, bro, Jedi Academy. Uh
Star Wars Bounty Hunter. Like I played the hell out of some
ooh,
Bounty Hunter when that
can
dropped.
we talk about this for a second? Like Star Wars has a pretty nice track record, like a consistent track record of really good games. I can't think of any other. Rogue Squadron was goaded, dude. Yo, Bruce, Rogue
The
Squadron.
Rogue Squadron, made.
I was just, oh my goodness, I was just thinking about this the other day. I was like, I would kill for a arcade like Rogue Squadron video game now with like the graphics and the 4K and the HDR. I would kill for a Rogue Squadron game where I could just fly around and do cool X-wing shit all day. Pardon my French. I would. I would argue that the games are better than the movies, but
We
that's not
can't
fair.
get anything. We can't. But but
Oh
to
my
your point,
god,
it's like they have a healthy catalog, and it's like
it's
what
consistent across the
like
years, man.
can we get something out, please?
Like what? Like
Anything?
now? Well, there's
Yeah,
stuff in the there's
dude.
games in the iron. There's like there is there was the most recent one, Star Wars. What was it called? Outcasts. The one that just came out with the female and protagonist that nobody played by Ubisoft. You know what I'm talking about?
Is that Outcast? Is that the?
Yeah,
I
Jedi
don't think that was Outcast. It was
Outlaws. It was called Star Wars
Outlaws.
Outlaws. That just came
Outlaws.
out.
There you go. All
I
right.
know they're working on the third game of the Jedi Outcast series. I mean, the Jedi Survivor series. So the last game of Cal Kestis is coming out. Um, you know, and I'm, like why Sear makes a good point. The involvement of LucasArts kind of hurt those games a lot in the transition into EA Sports. Into
Mm.
when Star Wars was, because there was a whole like 2 decades where Star Wars was just EA, and it just drowned you in the ground with those Battlefront games. But needless to say, even the Battlefront
Battlefront's
games were
good.
really good.
You know what I
Yeah, I
mean?
can't front.
Battlefront's
I
good.
can't
I'm
front.
not
But
gonna
we
argue.
but we didn't get much of like good like Respawn did Jedi I was just talking about the Cal Kestis games, not Jedi
Survivor.
Survivor. Yeah, they did those games, and those games just came out of left field. Like, man, Dark Souls of Star Wars, but not as hard. Sign me up. So I mean, you can even go back to like Super Star Wars, Super Empire Strikes Back on Super Nintendo. You know what I mean? If you
Fantastic.
want to go back, even like, and shout outs to our fighting game heads, Masters of Terras Kasu. Dog. Did you ever play Star Wars
Ooh, I did
Masters of
not
Terras
play that one.
Kasu?
No, I did
Ooh,
not
you
play
need to
that.
play it. Darth Vader was an
No.
unlockable character, and Mara Jade.
Oh.
Mara Jade's in the game, bro.
Wait, what? What's
Yes.
this? Hold on.
Yeah.
Whoa, whoa,
Yo,
whoa. What
let's
is this?
go. A new one, dog. Star Wars Masters of Terras Kasu. It was like on PlayStation, bro. It was like
Oh
PS2, I
no,
think.
yeah, we're gonna have to play this. This looks
Yeah, we got to run some
great.
sets. We got to.
Oh
You got
yeah.
to play as Luke Skywalker. You got to play as Obi. You got to play as a Tusken Raider, bro. You got to play
Yeah,
as
I'm in on
you got to
this.
play as what's it called? As Han Solo, bro. Leia,
Like
Chewie. You got to play Chewie
Gamorrean.
with the bowcaster.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
we
right.
used to run sets in that game all the time, and Darth Vader used to throw his lightsaber at you. You couldn't avoid it and take automatic damage. Goaded,
Learn
dog.
something new on every MOTN live.
That's why we're here, man. We're educators as well as facilitators. Scoop. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, what else is going on, bro? What else has happened in the world of the nerdiverse, my man? What else have I done? Other than playing some Star Wars Warses and reading some Star Wars Warses. Um, yeah, it's kind of dry right now, isn't it? There's no Marvel. We talked about Creature Commandos, so we're blue in the face. Can't really talk about that anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Or you just don't want to.
I just don't want to.
Yeah, you
I just don't
just
want to.
don't want to.
No,
So
I'm
that's
over it. I'm over it, dog. I'm over it, dog.
that's fine. I mean, I
No,
understand.
no, man. I'm just kind of waiting, dog. I'm in a waiting period. I'm in a waiting
Yeah,
pattern.
everything's
Oh,
priming up. You got Monster Hunter coming out here in about 6 weeks. I mean, I
yeah.
literally watched a 9-minute video on the food, and I was like, "Oh, I may have to play
Yeah,
this now." Because
that's a whole
I was like,
subculture of Monster Hunter people. Like there's like chefs and culinary masters who actually just make the Monster Hunter food and they
and
make it look as you know.
I was listening to the developers talk about how they crafted the food, like why they used the food they did, and like the aspect it plays. I'm sitting there and I'm going, "Oh, you know what? That might just get me," because the game looks dope as is, right? But I
Yeah.
always need that little kick, that little weird thing that's in a game, and it's like, "Oh, you're gonna let me cook? I can make up my best food. That's great." In fact, it's one of the great things
So
about Starfield,
are you running? Are you going to be running running monster
baby.
kills and Monster Hunter with
Baby,
me? Because
I haven't
it's
played
going
Monster
down.
Hunter in 64? Was that
I don't think there was a Monster Hunter. I don't think there was. Who's hyping?
GameCube,
I don't.
Super Nintendo? One of
Probably
those two.
GameCube.
One of those.
Probably
It was a
like.
while ago. Yeah, it was a
I
while
I
ago.
can't front. I didn't get a Monster Hunter till World, and I know there's a whole bunch of Monster Hunters that were before then. But I did want to just pivot real quick and talk about something. I played Marvel Rivals for like 2 seconds.
Oh,
I didn't like it. Mm-mm, mm-mm. You know what it was?
explain.
I was in the tutorial and I was moving around with Iron Man, and it just didn't. The layout didn't feel good. You know what I'm saying? The control layout didn't. Maybe I just need to get used to it because I was because the thing about Marvel Rivals and the thing about Overwatch is Overwatch just felt good immediately. The
Hmm.
one thing about Overwatch is that every single character felt good to move around. It felt fast. It felt like it felt very in its world. You know what I'm saying? And you just automatically just stick to a character. And Overwatch was so easy to get into. And I was flying around with Iron Man, and it just felt so stiff. It felt kind of like it felt just not very clean. Yeah,
It
you know.
looks it looks like it feels slow.
That's what I'm saying. It feels stiff. Like it doesn't feel fluid, dude. I was like, okay, maybe it's just this one character. But then I was like, oh, I'm just gonna play. It was sad because I have it on my Xbox. I was like, I could just play KOTOR right now. And I just turned it off and just booted back up KOTOR and started running that. So I don't think I gave it the
Ah!
old college try. I would be honest. I didn't even get out the tutorial. It just I don't have time to like try to to make myself like something anymore. Is that you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
I mean, no, what
I think that's a real thing. Like I don't have
I
time to force myself to like something. If I just don't like it, I'm good. We're off.
gotta let it go.
I,
Gotta let it
uh,
go.
a- and
And
it's free.
and actually, this is one of the things I have about pilots, because for me, pilots are notoriously terrible,
Yeah,
terrible. And
yeah,
then you hit that second episode, and it's like, oh, this is a great show. But if you never get past the pilot, it's like, yeah, I never found out it was a good show because I
yeah.
watched the pilot and I was done. So for me now, when a new show comes out, much like Skeleton Crew, I told you, I'm like, you know what? I kind of want to wait for the whole thing, or at least a little bit in the barrel so I can get more of a feel. But no, I watched each one, and then it's like, ah, damn it, you know what? Something's missing here. So I often like to look at like a part two first, and then if it's good enough, I will go back and watch that first episode. But
Well, you
to your point, it's like, yeah, bro, I don't want to watch bad stuff.
yeah, it's not even bad. It's just that if it's not my cup of tea, it's like I almost kind of have like an automatic, like almost like a reflex to it. Like, ugh, it's and there's the old school anime 3 episode rule. You know what I mean? Give everything 3 episodes.
Yeah,
If you're even
that old one I
remotely,
abide by.
yeah, even if you're remotely interested, give something 3 episodes. Because, like you said, pilots are notoriously bad unless there's a lot of money tied into it. You know what I'm saying? Like the first episode of Mando, it's like not even a pilot, it's a damn movie. You know what I'm saying?
And it's
Um,
excellent. But the
and
first
it
episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., I remember, was not good.
no.
I
The
remember
first
what specifically I was like, "Oh, you know what? No, this ain't for me." And I don't think I ever went back. Speaking of which, that Daredevil trailer, that was pretty good.
well, let's talk about that and why Sierra. I feel you, Wash. I don't waste time on a bad movie. No, just if it's not your cup of
Yeah,
tea, it's like you just bail out. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with that. It's your time. You know what I'm saying? Are you excited for Daredevil? I am because I
full
love DD.
disclosure.
Are you excited for Daredevil?
I did not finish the first Daredevil. I watched about 3 episodes, and then it
Speaking
got
of which,
really
yeah.
slow or something. On that fourth episode, it just wasn't hitting for me. I just stopped watching it. And in general, what was that, a CW show? What
No,
channel
that
was
was a
that on at
Netflix. That was
first?
Netflix. That's
Was
what, so
that
that was the
Netflix?
OG. Those were the OG Netflix Marvel shows.
Were all of those all Netflix, Jessica Jones? None of those
Yeah,
were CW
that
shows?
was a whole
Damn.
movement. It was Iron
Iron
Fist,
Fist,
Luke Cage was
Punisher,
big. Luke Cage
Luke
was huge.
Cage. Yeah, no, the only one I finished to completion was Jessica Jones, and I actually watched like 3 episodes, took a long break, and then went back and finished it sometime after that.
Why,
So no,
why, Seer? Please listen to me for a second. I would never steal you. I would never steer you wrong. You know what I'm saying? He says I've hated all Daredevils since Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck was
Okay,
awesome.
Ben Affleck is awesome. No, here's the thing. Please heed my warning. That I will stand here and say that the Daredevil soundtrack is one of the best movie soundtracks of all time. The soundtrack itself saves that movie, and that's just me, just being keeping it as
Bro,
real as humanly
Fuel.
possible.
I can jam on that
Introduction,
right now. Like,
intro to Evanescence, bro. Bringing Evanescence into the world, that just that on alone. But it's hard to. It's funny, and that's a good point. Why, Sierra? Isn't it weird that you just get like a bad impression of something from your first experience with it, and then just have no time for it? Like, if that was the case, I would like if in this new Superman movie we're talking about James Gunn, if they had the character Steel, you know, Black Superman, you know, if you saw the old school Shaq one, you would just hate Steel forever because that movie was horrible. But it's like you kind of have to let things. It's like nostalgia works both ways. It's like you have to
mhm.
let things be bad and let things be good and accept what comes now as something different. You know what I mean? Like
Did you do Superman and Lois, Clark and Lois, whatever the hell the name of that show is? What happened there? Did you give it a?
I,
Because I'm sure you
I
gave it a go. What happened there?
I just didn't like the guy's face.
So hold on. I just want to back up for a
I just
second
didn't like the look.
because
I don't like the cut of his
it's
jib, dog.
I
No, that was
hate
good.
going back to the well and being like Star Wars, Star Wars, Star Wars, but you
Yeah,
kind of
I didn't
beat
like
me
his.
up because of not even
No,
harshness,
man,
just my
it's
criticisms
all
of
love. It's all
Skeleton
love.
Crew. And
Yeah,
you're literally like, "Oh yeah, I didn't like the look of dude's face, so I never went
nah,
back."
I'm good. Mm-mm. It's
Like,
sometimes as simple as that. People
what
swear
is
up and down he is the best Superman since sliced bread. He is Christopher Reeves reincarnated. I don't care. I don't care. I didn't kill my wife. I don't
really?
care. I don't like his weasel
That's
face, dog. You gotta know. I'm good. Sometimes it's
in
that simple. No,
In your defense,
garbage, garbage.
two shows,
Mm.
Everybody Loves Raymond
Yeah,
and Breaking Bad. Both of the wives made me feel like I was in a relationship, and thus I stopped watching the shows because I'm like, why are you always yelling at me? that's
yeah,
that's how
right.
I
You're just
felt, and
rubbing me the
it's
wrong
like,
way,
dude,
dog.
like
Nah, I got
what?
no time
Why
for
are you
that.
yelling at me, man?
Like,
And so I
yeah,
stopped
like
watching them both.
if I don't like the
So
cut of your
funny.
jib, I'm just gonna cut your jib right off. Pause,
Oh man.
bruh. Like it's just like it don't take much for. I'm getting too old, man. It don't take much for me no more, dog. I'm just like I just look at this. Look at this guy's face, dog. No, my Superman can't have a punch. My Superman can't have a punchable face, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like okay, perfect example. Remember that Fantastic Four movie with Josh Trank that bombed
Oh, I didn't watch that.
with Michael B. Jordan as Human Torch and
Yeah,
all that?
yeah.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
told me not. Yeah, you were like, yeah,
Nah,
don't do that, and I was like,
that
nope.
Mr. Fantastic had a punchable face. No, I'm good. He's got a punchable face. I'm good.
That's funny.
Yeah, no, I'm cool. It's just like you said. I feel like I'm being yelled at. I don't want to. I don't want to like entertain this content because it's triggering me in ways that I was ill prepared for. So we're just gonna go ahead and move on. I'm good. And maybe one day when I'm in the old folks' home and all I have is my DVDs and all they have at the home old folks' home is Superman and Lois, I may just sit down and watch it, dog.
That was supposed to be the deal with Venom, but you cracked, and you're like, oh, Venom ain't bad.
I had
To
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 I had
everyone's
to look into my
surprise.
I had to look into the blackness of my soul to actually even somewhat accept Venom because I was on the
You had to be
anti-Venom
sick,
train.
bro.
I was on the anti-Venom train for years. I'm still am. But you know what? I don't even care anymore. You just got to give up. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, no, that's cool. Whatever. It has nothing. It doesn't mean anything. It literally has no, it's tethered to nothing.
I mean, that's
Castle
what I did with
castles made of sand.
Spider-Man, so
I don't care any. You just give up, though. I don't care. I don't even want to be here anymore. I don't care. You just got because at the end of the day, I'm not gonna let this stuff make me upset, dog. This is entertainment, dog. You know what I'm saying? Why let your entertainment make you upset, dog? Like just just go with the flow, bro. This stuff's not gonna hurt you. It can, you know. Still hoping for Miles Morales. Yeah, I mean, Across the Spider Verse is supposedly coming out, but I hear that production's having a lot of trouble. But Across the Spider Verse
yeah,
with the third
yeah,
movie,
that had some serious drama come out this week,
yeah,
didn't
I
it?
heard
That
they're
things
so
aren't.
aren't looking that great, and it's just Sonying it up, Sony doing
Yeah.
Sony things. But
Oh, by the way, is Craven out? Can I watch Craven yet? Is this
you are
something that I
messed
can
up.
watch
You are
like
messed up.
streaming?
That mess has been out, dog. That
Oh,
mess has been out, dog. You can
that
watch it.
and
You can
Gladiator
stream it
2.
now.
Like when? Oh, all right. Well, then I'm gonna check out Craven. It can't be as bad as what everyone said.
Nah, man. That
It's
that
Craven,
is,
man.
don't waste your time with Craven. Nah, Craven is one of those where you can't tell anybody what you're doing that night. You know what I'm saying? Craven is one of
Oh,
those
damn,
where it's like, man, it's just like it's a Saturday night. It's 3:30 in the morning. I'm just gonna cut on Craven just to see what's going on.
damn.
You know what I'm saying? And don't tell anyone. Never tell anyone. Like
I
that's what I
may
did
do
with
that this
Morbius.
morning at 3:30.
Yeah, that's what I did
Ah,
with Morbius, dog. I was just
ah.
because it's Madam Web. Yeah, I went to the movies to see Madam Web, bro.
Yes, you did. You told me you were actually you text. You don't really text after a movie going
Mm-mm.
experience, and you texted me after that nonsense. You were
I
like,
was tight.
"WTF, bro?"
I was on a date, bro, and they wanted to go see Madam Web, and I was like, you know what? I got a beard, dog. Let's do this stuff, man. I got a drink, dog. I'm lubricated. Let's go do it. So I went to go see Madam Web, and what's the saddest part about Madam Web to get me on a tirade real quick is that there's so much potential in things like that. There's so much potential in Craven the Hunter and Morbius for that matter. Like you can each of those movies has a cool moment waiting to happen. Morbius is like Dracula can show up. You know what I'm saying? They can
Mhm.
just do Dracula's public domain. You can just do Marvel's Dracula, Craven the Hunter. You know what I'm saying? You can just do so many cool things with that. Madam Web, I was like, what if Marloon shows up in the Orb Weavers in the, you know what I'm saying, in the multiverse? You could, there's so much opportunity. Like Sony has so much opportunity. And I hear that they're just not doing them anymore. They've thrown in the towel. I hear they're no
Hmm.
longer doing the Spider-Verse movies no more. They're done
No.
because they just bombed over and over and over. And this is and
How much money
Craven was the
can you
last one.
lose?
Right. That part. So it
That,
almost makes me think, is there new negotiations? Can Marvel finally buy Spider-Man back? That would be nice, but I think that's a pipe dream, you
I,
know.
yeah, I mean
Marvel's
that's been
never getting
going on for
Spider-Man
what,
back.
30 freaking years
Yeah,
or some nonsense now, man. Like,
yeah, they're never
like
getting Spider-Man
generations are
back.
gonna have to die and whatnot for that to all
Nah, man.
change.
No, man. The asteroid's gonna have to hit for Spider-Man to go back to to go back home, Doug. You know what I mean? It's just how
And
it
I
is.
do want to shout out, like, I know it's Spider-Man hate or anything like that, but 2 weeks we got the Adventures of Peter Parker coming out. It's not
The
next week
cartoon?
because I just checked. Yeah, the cartoon,
Yeah, the
which I'm
cartoon. Yeah.
stoked about.
I'll
Looks
check it
pretty
out.
good. So
Looks good. From what I understand, it's gonna have a lot of cameos. It's a black they're having a black Norman Osborn with waves. I can only
yeah,
support that. I can only
what
support
channel
that.
is that on? Is that
It is I think it's a Disney Plus thing.
Disney Plus? There you go. Or,
Yeah.
yeah,
So
Disney Plus. Yeah, Disney Plus with
yeah.
animation. I am in on that.
Yeah, 100%. As long as it's not what if. Any animation as long as it's not what if, dog.
Oh
You know.
damn! I still gotta watch that. I forgot.
No, you don't.
No, I'm
You're
gonna
good.
watch that this
Just let it
weekend. I'm gonna
just let
get
it
on there.
let it wash over you like a summer's like let it wash over you like a summer's breeze, man. Don't worry about that. You know what I mean? Don't worry about all of the created this is Marvel's what if, but three out of the four characters are all made up characters by Disney Plus. Isn't that great? Oh man,
Oh
Marvel's what
no,
if.
that's not good.
They're all created
You
characters.
you hate that. You
I
specifically hate
it's
that.
one of my pet peeves. I'm telling
Like,
you, it's it's one of my pet peeves. It's like
it,
Mike, you know,
full disclosure, one of the first conversations Mike and I ever had was Mike talking about how there's 70 years of comic book history to lean upon, and here you are out in the freaking carnival, fucking making up your own rules and whatnot. And it's like,
I'm
oh, all
trying not
that
to
stuff
curse,
over
dude.
there,
I'm trying not to curse.
it doesn't matter. And like
It's,
we, right,
it's like 70,
didn't
it's like
see it.
100 years,
Golden Age, what?
a hundred,
Never
a
heard of it.
hundred years of excellent storytelling, and
Right?
I get stuck with Captain effing Carter, Doug. What are we doing?
No.
Like it it upsets me to no end. And I get new characters need to be born from things. Without that, we wouldn't have Harley Quinn, we wouldn't have Miles Morales. I get it. But there's a time and place for
But
all that. There's a time and place for all that, man. It's not then. It's not in Marvel's What If, where literally Rick James could be the Hulk. You know what I'm saying? You know, or have Spider-Man show up at all. Why didn't Spider-Man show up at all in why didn't Captain America show up at all? Or Iron Man or the Hulk? They had so many things that weren't Hulk, but they were Hulk. Anyway, I'm not getting off on that. I can't do
letter
it.
to the
I just
president.
you know, old man yells at clouds. You know what I'm saying? So that is indeed that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Um, what else? What else do we have going on in the world this week? Definitely played some Marvel Rivals. Didn't like that. Um,
I want to talk about. Did you? Because there are a bunch of trailers dropped this week. Did you get a
like what?
chance?
Like what?
Be, because
Like
I
what?
know you just got done with Noster, not
Not
Nostafaro.
for A2. Not
Thank you.
Far
Um,
Not
yes,
Far Eye.
thank you. And
No.
it got me thinking about, just the old movies that aren't really made anymore. And did you see this Robert De Niro mobster flick trailer that dropped where De Niro is playing two brothers? Old
What?
school mob? Yeah, bro. Like it looks amazing.
He's
Like
doing the
you're
Freaky
looking
Friday
at it,
thing where he's two different people.
you're like, you know what, man? This might get De Niro a little bit of an Oscar if it's any type of good movie. If they
Man.
pull it off and it looks like it is old school, like mobster, Godfather, freaking
Yeah, what's the name of this movie, dog? What's the name of the movie? While you look that
Damn.
up, Bradley,
Yeah, go ahead.
yes. Outer Worlds, I swear by it. I love that. I absolutely love Outer Worlds. Um, excited for 2,000%. I beat that game like 2 times. 3 times, I think.
Fun fact, I just started playing that on stream. It's called the Alto Knights. I
The
just started
Alto
playing
Knights.
the
It-
Alto Knights. I just started playing the Outer Worlds on stream 2 weeks ago, and yes, that game is freaking awesome. And I can't believe
dude,
more people don't talk about that
Fallout,
game at all.
Fallout mixed with Knights of the Old Republic. It's Obsidian. Obsidian's doing those games.
Instead, Obsidian's doing those games. Oh, damn.
That's why
All
they're
right.
so damn good. Yeah,
All
it's
right.
Fallout mixed with Knights of the Old Republic mixed with like
Maybe you
Mass
can
Effect.
tell me real quick just so I
Yeah.
know because I'm like 2 hours in. Is the difficulty level just hard in that game?
One
Because
hold
it
that thought.
starts out like,
What's up, JoJo? Just shout outs to Joe real quick. JoJo. Uh yes, that game is not easy. That game
mm,
is not easy.
okay.
It's not
Didn't know if it was my imagination or not, and I'm
it's
just like,
funny.
damn, this is hard.
That game is so cool because my when you no spoilers for the game, when you first start off the game, you go to like a little like installation and you have to fight those outlaws that are just kind of
Yeah,
taking over. Because
Borderland
when I,
dudes.
yeah, I went in and I spec'd it like Knights of the Old Republic. I give myself a ton of like charisma and I give myself like a ton of like lockpick or whatever. And I literally talked my way out of that first fight. And I was like, this is my kind of game. I talked to I was like, you
I
don't want to kill
failed.
me,
I
man.
tried, but I
Yeah.
failed.
I made sure that my speech was super high, just like I do with every single one of those KOTOR games. And I talked my way out. That game is so good. And it sounds like a cop out, but I loved it for me. I talked my way out of the final fight at the very, very end of the game. I talked my way out of the last boss and
Oh
made them my
wow.
friend. Now it's like, I love these games, man. These
Oh
games are super
wow.
good.
That's
Bradley shot
great.
him before he could even talk to him. No, that's what I like I love that you can play these games however the hell you want.
I'm
You know what
playing
I
it on
mean?
PC as well, Bradley.
Yeah, The Outer Wilds is an excellent game. It's hilarious. You can literally do whatever you want. It's sprawling. I
Wait, the Outer
I'm
Wilds or the Outer
I'm
Worlds? Because there
sorry.
are
There's
two
2
different
games.
games.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm talking about The Outer Worlds. Sorry. There's a whole
Okay. All
nother
right. All right.
game called The Outer Wilds. Yeah, The Outer Worlds is like that was one of my surprise games of that year. It was one of the last games I played on PS4. And when they announced The Outer Worlds 2, I was like, yes, please.
Looks great.
Yes,
That
please.
trailer
Yeah.
dropped, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna have to get into one," because I had heard one review, and someone's like, "Yeah, this game is amazing," and I was
People
looking for a new
slept on
game to
it.
play.
Yeah, people slept on it. The game is amazing.
Yeah.
I love the combat. I love the dialogue trees. I love the make a character. I love the armor system. I get if I had it on PS5, I probably run it. I'll probably run that game again.
There you
It's
go.
stuck on my PS4. Otherwise, I'll be playing it now. But yeah, Outer Worlds 2 is going to be goaded. I can already tell you. Those people are
It
way
is
too
on Game
smart.
Pass.
Ooh, my Game Pass is so backed up, dude. Like I still need to play Indiana Jones, and I just haven't
Oh,
gotten to it. KOTOR, man, I don't know what to tell you.
KOTOR.
That was a
Hey, I'm playing
KOTOR.
KOTOR.
KOTOR was a mistake, man. Yeah,
I got in
man,
there. Not
it's a
two.
mistake.
I'm on one. I don't even remember part three, so
No,
I can't wait to get there.
I never played the Old Republic because I didn't care because it's an MMORPG, and I just couldn't find the energy. And I didn't want to get into another. I didn't want to get into an MMO. That's why I'm like excited for
Were you a WoW
the
guy?
remake.
Did you do
I
WoW?
tried I tried WoW for a split second. I didn't like it.
All right, me neither.
WoW got boring real fast for me. WoW got boring. I was in WoW when Cataclysm dropped. If
Okay.
that makes sense to anybody,
Yep.
and I just couldn't get into it. Oh man, yeah, Knights of the Old Republic, man. I still have my original copies of 1 and 2
Old
on
school. Damn.
Xbox, old school, just goaded. This goaded game, probably my favorite Star Wars thing of all time. And I've been watching like
So far.
so far, we'll see. Until I finish Plagueis, right? Until I finish
So
Plagueis.
far. You're gonna be like,
But
you can get to the end, you're gonna go,
how much do you know about? We could talk about this if you don't. If you want to. How much do you know about Kreia from Knights of the Old Republic
Oh,
2?
yeah, you see my memory on all that's fairly light.
Once you beat one, will you play two, please?
Yeah, that's the deal, man. But don't blame me. It took me 10 hours to figure out what I was doing again on a PC. Once I
Yeah.
figured that out, now we're moving along. I think I'll have it
Okay.
beat in the next
I need to
probably
talk
4 to 6
because
weeks.
I promise you, once you beat two, you're gonna want to do an episode on on just the Old Republic because it's the most Star Wars could Star Wars to me, at least in my Padawan Star Wars brain. It's so good. I just beat it again, and I'm just like, and it wasn't even like the patched true version of the game. Bradley says he's so there for that. I could talk Knights of the Old Republic all day. Darth Revan, Darth Malak, the Jedi Civil War. HK-47, dog. We could just
HK
go, bro.
47.
Meat bags, bro. If they made if 1/6 scale, if they had a 1/6 scale diecast HK-47, I would just sell all, dude. It's just that would just sell everything, bro. Just I need it. I need it. You're gonna say something. I saw you. You're gonna say something.
Yes, I was. I'm wondering what brand do you have the most 1/6 of?
Well, that's a loaded question because the real oh, that's what I was going to talk about. We could talk about that now. I did a secret stream Saturday night. I just was bored and just
Ooh.
fired up the pot, fired up the channel, and I did a secret like hour stream, and it was just 1/6 scale, just me talking 1/6 scale. It's on YouTube, and I think I'm going to do it again. I'm going to do it again this Saturday night at 8. So where if you want to talk 1/6 scale and nerd out and talk about these figures that I love, Hot Toys is like the number one manufacturer of these figures, and they're the easiest to get. These things aren't easy to get. But yeah, and I got some really good feedback. I was having conversations with chat. Random people were showing up and talking about how much they love 1/6 scale and asking me questions. It was really fun. It was really interactive. So I plan on doing that again this Saturday night at 8. Another 1/6 scale conversation, just going over these figures. But yeah, these things aren't hard to. These things are kind of hard to get, dude. Like I don't recommend this hobby to anyone, but I love it so much because it's a whole man. Because you can't just. It's like a Pringle. You can't just get one. You will never just get one. Like what we were talking about before the episode. Not even once. Don't do it because you'll be like me and be completely k-holed
And
out.
it's
And I'm
over.
and I'm over here scratching like I ain't got to. I
First
ain't
day of the rest of your life, my friend.
first day of the rest of your life. I'm over here scratching like Tyrone Biggums. You got any more of them 1/6 scales? It's rough, but it's an ugly hobby. But the results are beautiful, man. See Warhammer. Warhammer is See, the thing about
Warhammer.
Warhammer figures and Warhammer 40K, there's creativity in that. You can paint your own
Yeah, we're talking about the
figurines,
miniatures,
the
right?
miniatures. You can paint
Yeah.
those. You can make dioramas. It's almost like collecting like Gunpla or like Gundams. You know what I mean? There's at least like talent that goes into that. But with 1/6 scale, the only real talent is just like posing your figures and getting that locking in that pose, like the Obi-Wan back there with the lightsaber. Oh, it's so good. It's so stupid. I love it. I need to work on that shelf. It's too empty. He needs a friend, and this is where the addiction comes in. He needs a buddy, and
How
I don't know what
many
that is.
hot toys are there?
Hundreds.
There's
It's been
hundreds of
they've
these
been doing
things.
it since like 2005. The
Oh,
very first Hot Toys ever was like Luke Skywalker
why don't they
Bespin.
within like why are we've only I mean, we've had
I've
a
only
couple of
I've only
conversations in
I've only
regards to
dipped my
Star
toe
Wars,
into the
but
stuff, man.
there doesn't seem to be a ton of Star Wars characters out
No,
there.
Brian,
So,
I
like,
can
what?
I
I
can
guess.
show you the
ho-
world,
hold on.
shining, shimmering,
Wait,
splendid.
what do they specialize in? Is it Marvel comic? Is it just comic? Do they do like GI
Especially
Joe? Like, what's
no,
the?
they specialize 1/6 scale. Oh, okay, the big three in 1/6 scale
Yeah,
is a Marvel, Star Wars, DC, and which makes sense, right? But the number one is Marvel, number two is Star Wars, and those flip flop. Like last year was a heavy Star Wars year. We got Darth Revan, we got Scar Killer, we got General Grievous, 1/6 scale. We
Oh,
got
that's right.
a metric ton of clone troopers.
You got any Bad Batchers? Are there any Bad Batchers out?
You see me scratching, Brian?
Oh, damn! Because that's not going to be a cheap buy, man. You got to
They
get the
have
whole team.
no, they have the entire team. Echo just came out last month.
Yeah,
The
you
only one they're
see,
missing is Omega. The only one they're missing is
Omega.
Omega. They
Yeah,
right.
I need that.
They just released the Wolf Pack. The Wolf Squadron.
Oh, yeah. What?
Yeah. Yeah.
Really?
It's yes. They just released fives like maybe 3 months ago. Fives and Echo and what's his face before he got damaged.
Dude,
You
come on,
can't
man.
please Brian, no, don't come back. I'm like Willy Wonka. No, don't come back. Don't
Oh,
look into
look at
this,
those
man.
prices, bro.
It's
Oh, man.
beautiful,
Oh,
man.
man.
Darth Grievous is coming out. He's gonna be die. General Grievous is coming out. He's gonna be die cast, bro, with the real metal parts where it weighs heavy. When there's nothing like getting a 1/6 scale Iron Man, and it's completely metal, and it's heavy in your hand, and it's glistening, bruh.
I,
No, it's not for
I,
humans, Doug. It's not for humans.
yeah, they do have they have more than I thought.
And
Like
these
I
are just the
didn't
ones they have
what do you got
available.
like freaking Mandalorian Kosa, like the friggin' WWE wrestler chick. Like
Yeah,
what
every
Mercedes.
name a character. Name a character. They have a 1/6 scale. They just released the other Darth Lord from the Old Republic, not Malik, the new one. I forget
Dude,
his
I
name.
want that Sabine Wren. That thing. Oh, that's
Sabine is beautiful.
Savage.
That
Savage. Oh,
Savage
damn.
Press, bro.
Damn, that
And
looks
they have
dope.
and they got the matching Darth Maul from Clone Wars. And they have the Senator Palpatine from Clone Wars in the brown and black with the
Ah,
lightsabers. You can
I
make that whole scene, dog.
yeah, I'd probably
The
want a
Star
Palpatine.
there's a I'm going to get the Palpatine from Revenge of the Sith. Yep, that's the one I'm getting. You know, that's going to be my Palpatine, the one from Revenge of the Sith. But yeah, this is a violent hobby, bro. And the problem is that you can't buy these at like Walmart. You can't go to Toys R Us and get these. Like you have to seek them out. They require your attention. You know what I
How
mean?
many of
And
each
it's
one is made as a for instance?
uh it
Million?
depends on how big. Not a million, because they're handmade. So it's like
Okay.
4,000, six
4 or
thousand.
5,000. It's
You
like
know,
that. Okay.
you know what I'm saying? Like they're just talking about they're making the T800 from the T800 from Terminator and with real leather and Arnold likeness and stuff like that. Like they have to reach out to like the companies to get permission to say, "Hey, we're making this Robert Downey Jr. Iron Man 85 from Endgame. Robert, is this okay? We'll give you one for free." Sure. You know what I'm saying? And then they make the figure, and now you have a little RDJ like I do in the back. Benedict Cumberbatch, Doctor Strange. Yeah, don't get me started. I could talk about this crap all night, bro. It's really just my favorite. It's my favorite thing in the world. Uh, let's see. What's Bradley talking about? I don't know which ones. Feel like he got a lot of everything: aliens, anime, comic books. Yeah, you can get anime.
Does have a
But
good mix.
it's a good mix because you have to because I'm an eclectic dude. I got the Green Ranger back there, bro. Just a random ass Green Ranger, you know, because he's my favorite Power Ranger. He's the GOAT, like you
Oh
said.
yeah, all right. You never
Yeah,
answered your question, so I didn't
yeah.
know. You gave
I'm
me a thumbs
sorry. I have
up.
a bad.
I didn't know what that
Uh,
was. If we wrap back
yeah,
around the hour or minute one of the podcast
my
as we're wrapping
apologies.
up here,
Yes, Best
we
Ranger
finally
is
get.
Green, but specifically, Best Ranger is evil Green Ranger.
Ooh,
Specifically, evil Green Ranger is Best Ranger
when he went
all the
over
way around.
to what the
When he
hell
was
is
he was
that?
bro, it's the scene where
What's
they're in the Megazord and this MFer jumps into the Megazord with them and just starts beating them up in the Megazord. You see the Megazord's head going crazy because they're all getting jacked up, and he kicks him out the Megazord, dog. Goaded, dog.
go Power Rangers?
This dude, Bradley got jokes, bro. I do not need a Dirk Nowinski 1/6 scale, dog. I like Dirk, you know what I'm saying, but I don't,
Do they
I don't
do
need it.
sports figures?
Yeah, there's a sick LeBron, there's a sick Jordan, there's a sick Kobe 1/6 scale, but I'm not really a sports
Damn.
guy, Sports. They do have a 1/6 scale
Sports.
pinhead, but it was before my time. And the problem with this hobby is if you don't get it when it's out, then you have to hunt it and find it.
And that's
Hey,
not
what's going
cheap.
on, Meeks?
It's
Uh,
not going to be cheap. I can see heading out to conventions and whatnot, seeing these things on
what's
the
going on, Meeks?
convention floor, being like, "Yeah, you want this Han Solo? $4,000."
$8,000. No, it's like you can get these at Disneyland, but they're just going to cost you an arm and a damn leg.
Well, it's
You know what I
Disneyland.
mean? A,
I mean,
a
you get a lightsaber at Disneyland too. It's like $1,000. You can go buy one on eBay for 69. Same damn
You want to
one.
be Darth Vader? You can be Darth Vader, man. This is going to cost you like $7,000.
Like, dude,
What?
Disney,
No,
lower your
I'm good.
prices, man.
Lower your at least a little bit.
Like,
Never. No. Remember that Family Guy joke where it was like Mike Eisner? He's like, "Welcome to Disneyland. Bring money.
bring money.
Bring
Yeah,
money."
dude.
No,
It's like,
not
man,
effing around, dude.
I mean, when they had the Galactic Cruise thing, with the whole Star
That
Wars
is the
experience for
funniest
the
thing ever.
weekend.
Can we talk
So
about that? The
I,
Galactic
I
Cruise, dog? That
I
was
because I'm
that was a money
poor, I was
laundering
like, I'm
scheme,
not
dog.
going, man. But I'm
You
watching it on
could, dude.
YouTube, and it's
That mess
like,
looked
damn,
janky as
that looks
hell,
freaking
dog.
cold. But it's like $15,000.
$1,000.
Like, what?
What
No.
are we doing, dude? You want to
Oh,
live? You want to live in the cantina? It's going to cost you $17,000 for a 3 day.
kids,
For a
we're
3 day.
we're watching the original
What?
trilogy again. Let's get some
Ain't no way.
popcorn. Like, we're done.
How badly do you want to live in the Star Wars universe, Brian? How badly do you want? Are you gonna put down a Jeep Grand Cherokee for a 5 day and drink
Damn,
blue
it's not
milk?
even like that was like a 3 day. That wasn't a 5 day.
That was like a 3 day.
Like,
That's a
it was
hot
3
three.
day, man. A
1 day out in
weekend.
the ocean. 1 day on excursion, bro. Like it's such a racket, dog. You know what I'm saying? It's such a racket, and it's not fair. And it's not fair to any of us. But how bad do you want it, dog? How big of a fan are you? Are you a real fan? You
Look,
haven't bought
I
the.
can close my eyes and send myself to Coruscant. That's gonna
I can
have
just,
to be good enough, bro.
we're
And-
going back around to our first
Mhm.
conversation. There's things out there that you can imbibe, and you'll squint your eyes. And when you open your eyes, you're in Pandora. You're hanging out with
You there?
the Navi, dog. When it wears off, you're back on Earth, and you have to deal with that. How do I get back?
Yeah, how do I get back? I don't want to deal
How
with
do I
the.
get back, dog? I don't want
That's
to deal
funny.
with mortgages and stuff, dude. Dude, what are your I know we've hit an hour, but we're having a good time. We have a lot of people in here. But we can start winding things down. What are you looking forward to this week?
Oh man, this week we got quite a bit actually. I mean, starting with NFL football tomorrow and Sunday. So we got playoff
Yeah,
football.
yeah,
So those are two things that are going to be
yeah.
happening. But more out of
Sports.
worlds going on. Pardon me. More out of worlds going on. There is. I got freaking Marvel, not the Watchmen. What if? I got what if I need to
Yeah, have
watch.
fun with that, bro. Have fun with that.
Damn, what else? There's another like two or
What
three
else?
things
What
that are
else?
popping off this week.
Um,
What do you
can we talk
got?
about
I
the
can't
state of
remember.
Marvel Snap? Can we talk about the
Oh
state of
yeah,
Marvel Snap? I just want to
yeah.
talk about that for a second. Me and you play Marvel Snap. Does anybody here play Marvel Snap? Doom Prophecy ended, Bradley. Marvel Snap is kind of butt water right now, dude.
It's dead, bro. It's
It's
dead.
completely dead.
I used to play that
Um,
thing for an hour or two a night. I get like
Marvel
three
Snap.
hands in and I'm done.
I'm done. It's insufferable now. I can't play it. I get so mad. It's like, why am I giving my energy to get mad? And Marvel Snap is one of those games where it's the highest highs and lowest lows. You know what I mean? The game is so pay to win now. It's just so rough. And I guess that's the natural order of things for all games. Like, what is a video game that is still around after like 10 years outside of like
I
and
was
it's
like,
like
besides Fortnite,
But Fortnite doesn't
Overwatch
count
and
because they're literally injecting money into that thing. You know what I'm saying?
valid,
It's
valid,
not popular. It's not popular
valid.
anymore. Like over like like Fortnite is like, who was that one billionaire who kept buying himself hearts to keep himself alive? You know what I'm saying? Like that one billionaire who kept buying himself, like, how people are just waiting for like new hearts because they actually have issues. But there's that one super billionaire. I think it was a Rockefeller where he was like, I won't die. I have all the money. I was gonna keep buying myself hearts, and he keep burning through them. He had like 6 hearts, something crazy. It's like that. Like you can never die with infinite money. No one's ever really gone.
I did Marvel snap, and I don't know how close Marvel's keeping a hand on this, but did Marvel Snap kick themselves in the face by letting Rivals come out? Because as we know, Rivals is
No,
just doing gangbuster type
two
numbers.
different things, man.
Two different
It's
things.
yeah, man. I just the
Oh,
problem with
Star Wars Bounty Hunters. Star Wars Bounty Hunters coming out on PC. I got that popping out, and I'm also reading the
Mhm.
Star Wars Bounty Hunter book. Just started that, so moving on. But those are two
Yeah,
things
but
coming on
but
this week.
but yeah. Just before I go into my week, what killed Marvel Snap was Pokemon Pocket. Everybody just jumped ship to
Pokemon Pocket.
Pokemon, and that's like if anybody's gonna fight Marvel, it's Pokemon. You know what I
Pokemon or
mean?
the mouse? Who wins?
In a blood duel,
I mean, they're going to be the
um,
last two left. Who wins?
I hate to say it, I love Marvel, but I think Pokemon has it, dude. The
I,
people who will
I,
die. Remember Pokemon Go? I don't see people walking into the ocean and never coming back for Iron Man, bro.
no. And they're still
Nah.
doing that shit. Like, you can still catch one of those stories every 4 or 5 months.
Yeah,
Someone's like, yeah, they were
remember,
playing Pokemon and, like, walked off a cliff or got hit by a
bro.
truck, car. You're like, what?
I remember
Damn.
stories of people like people freaking out because it'd be like 10:30 at night, and they'll just see people in their backyards, like at night. Like I could have shot this dude. Like I remember there was some sketchy stuff. Remember the people who had like their face scan, like a GoPro? Like, hey, there's
Uh,
a Charizard in there. There's literally like an evil dark forest with a sign that says, beware,
dude.
intruders will be shot. You see these crazy Pokemon Go kids hopping the gate. I'm like, you guys are gonna die, dog. Chill out. You know what I'm saying? Those are good
No, it's a
times.
real thing. So, no,
Those
you're
are good
right.
times, dog.
Again, we seem to have that theme, but it's like that theme that just keeps you coming back. I'm not sure the mouse brings them back like that. You know
No,
what
no,
I
that's a whole different kind of cat, man.
mean?
The mouse is just like standard. Pokemon's like blue magic, dog. It's a brand name. Pokemon's that blue magic, dog. Pokemon have
Mm,
people doing things they didn't think they would do.
they were
Like
good
there were
too.
people were doing things, dog, and it was getting rough out here in the streets. Like I
Bounty
don't know.
Hunters, Fly Seeker, nice.
Yeah, Bounty Hunters is a goated game, dude. But yeah, if you had to put the mouse versus Pokemon, I think the Pokemon it's like the mouse is like the Coast Guard, and like Pokemon is like freaking Marsoc Marines, dog. They're not
Or
playing.
freaking Moby Dick. It's like,
Yeah, they're not playing,
Mouse
dog.
is like a whale, and the whale's like, yeah, I'm a whale, bro. What you gonna do? You got one shot.
You got one shot. Nah, I don't mess with Pokemon fans. I'm scared to talk about them now. Let's move on. Jesus Christ, those guys are.
Um,
And one just
yeah,
show up in my backyard with the damn Flareon, ready to rock and roll. Dog. Mm-mm.
I've been selling on eBay like 7 years. I've had two really just hot items. One was some like antivirus software I found literally on the street. Just someone that threw it out. There was like a dozen of them in there. Shit sold quickly for like $300 a crack. Next thing, Pokemon cards, man. Those
All
things,
day, all day, dude, all day. Yeah,
it's literally
I
like
believe it.
money. It's like, what?
I believe it.
Y'all know you can't eat this, right? No.
What you talk about? You can't. Pokemon fan,
Lifeblood,
you
bro.
can't.
Ching
Yeah,
in the
slide that
sleeve.
mess, slide it right across my nose and complete the transaction. Dog. complete, you know.
Pop open that
Woo.
pack, bro. It's like I'm in.
Yeah, your eyes just start getting electric sparks like a Pikachu. You know what I'm saying? Hell to the nah, dog.
Mm,
Not even once, dog. Not even once.
nope.
Oh man, what's coming up this week on the show? Thank you everybody who checked out Nosferatu. That's coming up. That is
Good
already
review.
out. Please check out the Nosferatu review with me and Toots. Shout out to Toots. You couldn't make it tonight, but definitely hearing our in our spirits. Um, what's coming up? There is no episode this week, but like I said, Saturday night, you may, if you want to talk some 1/6 scale with your boy, I maybe just be floating around. So I may be just around for. I may make it a thing. It just depends on what kind of turnout we get. Um, this week, what am I looking forward to? Like you said, foosball is coming up, so looking forward to some good
Sports.
football. Sports. I still need to see Den of Thieves too. Something came up. I saw it. What's up?
I I also want to shout out, I don't know how many treasure hunters we got out there. Mystery of Blind Frog Ranch, season 4. Dude, they're on to something. That show is fantastic. So go ahead and watch that on Max HBO.
Very good. Okay, definitely. Always like a good treasure hunt. I watched the Nosferatu review. I wasn't really interested in watching, but after watching the review, I may want to see it. I don't know.
You see,
Uh,
Bradley, I felt the exact same opposite after listening to their review. I was stoked about it, and then I heard them talking about it, and I'm like,
well,
I don't know if that's for my eyes.
I don't know, man. Are you down? Are you down, Doug? I always ask you a weird ass question by the end of the episodes. I'm trying not to do that anymore. But it's like
Thank you.
Nosferatu. I'm trying to take
Like,
you into consideration, Doug.
don't.
Right? Hey, you're gonna spray me with water like a damn cat. No, but it's just I always say make your own opinion. This is just we're just heads talking. See it for yourself. See it with your own eyes. See if you like it. But if you don't want to see Vampire Peen, then I'd probably just not go see it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to see that. Now I can't unsee it. That's my sin now that I have to live with. I didn't want that, but that's life lived. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't tell people to go watch Requiem for a Dream, but if you want to watch Requiem for a Dream, I'm not going to stop you, dude.
Watch that
You know what I'm
like
saying?
16 times. Great movie.
Great movie. There's certain things I'm just not going to ask people. I've ruined friendships being a big nerd and saying, "Hey, check this out." Like, "Hey, man, you should watch Martyrs. That movie's great." What? And next thing you know, they watch Martyrs and they're mad at me. Like it's not my fault. It is kind of my fault, but it's fine. It's life lived. You know what I'm saying? It's just experiences. So yeah, no show this week. This is our week off from putting out official MLCN. But as always, lives are always here. We're always going to be here Friday nights at 6. Maybe with all three of us, maybe with a special guest, maybe with just Wash, maybe with just Toots, maybe just me. It just depends on who's got things going on. And with that said, Wash, do you have any
Shout out
last
Nintendo
ideas?
Switch 2.
I'm trying to get us out of here. Now you just
Hey,
see
yeah,
this is
dude.
your
I
fault.
just
I'm
keep
trying to get
playing.
us out of here.
Just
I'm trying to
keep.
get us out of here.
All
You
right.
keep
All right.
okay. We're talking
All right.
about it. We're talking about it. No, it's
Go
too late.
ahead. Go ahead.
Switch two. Switch two. One of the most lackluster reveals I've ever seen in my damn life. Let's just get as gross as humanly possible. Yes, it's a bigger screen, but of course it's a bigger screen. Uh, I'm so not so. It's like you got to get it right, and that's one thing I hate about Nintendo. They get you by the neck. They're like Pokemon. They're the same thing. Nintendo is Pokemon, pretty much. That they get you by the neck because they say the Switch 2. I have a Switch over there. I haven't turned on in a year. But when you say Switch 2, that equals Metroid Prime 4, and I cannot not play that game. I
They
cannot not
got
play
you.
that game. They got me. I cannot not play a new Metroid. I
And
cannot not play a new like Legend of Zelda, bro.
and I know we're trying to get out of here, but the one thing Nintendo won't do that apparently Halo or Xbox and Sony have no issues doing is Halo's coming on PlayStation and Nintendo, bro. Guess what?
No,
You will not be seeing Legend of Zelda on PlayStation
on
ever.
PC, dog.
It's
On PC,
never
it's never
happening.
going to happen. You are
Like
never playing Mario Galaxy on a
you,
PC legally.
you need a Nintendo.
You need to buy
Period.
that shit. You need to buy it. Why haven't you bought it?
Yeah.
Buy it. Why haven't you bought it? It's called an emulator legally, Bradley. Legally, yeah, Nintendo's evil for that because it's like, what you're not going to play the next Legend of Zelda, greatest game of all time. But you're not going to play Mario Party or Mario Kart for that matter, or whatever they come up with for the next Mario game. And what I think this is, a lot of people are saying this is the next console, but I think it's like a half measure. You know how there was the Wii and then the Wii U,
Yeah.
and then there was the Switch. I think it's gonna be the Switch, then the Switch 2, and whatever they're really working on, they're cooking in the back. Because Nintendo's always got to make some weird out of left field console that
Different.
add a drop of blood to it and it knows your middle name. Stupid stuff
Different.
like that. Dark alchemy that they used to come up with these ideas. So I think this is like a half measure to play more powerful games. They did steal Sonic. He was in Smash Brothers Ultimate, bro. They own Sonic now, dude. Scary hours. It's looking a little oppy outside. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's not fair because I don't really want to Switch 2. I barely want my Switch, but what am I not going to play Metroid Prime? What
Nope.
am I not
Gonna
going to,
play Metro Prime.
Ugh, it's so unfair. And it's such a cash grab, dude. It's nothing. It's now you get to play games in 4K. We haven't been doing that for 30 years. Now you finally get to play games. Ooh.
But it's not Nintendo.
Play Mario that's not in 1080.
Yeah, you see, there you
Ooh.
go.
It's
Yeah,
such a
yeah, come
scam,
back.
dude. Ooh.
Do, 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 do,
Dude,
do,
dude.
do, do.
Bastards. I'm so mad. It's like they got you right by the Chinookas. They got you right there. All right, let's go ahead and bring this to a close, guys. It's been a great night. I just want to wish everyone a great weekend. Thank you, everybody who came through. Thank you, Meeks. Thank you, Bradley and Sear, for holding us down and asking good questions and interacting with the chat. Thank you, JoJo, for stopping by. Thank you, Mama Carol. If you hear within the sound of my voice, you are in my prayers, and I want to thank you. Everybody, if you haven't already, subscribe to our channel. Please like our content. Please leave comments in the chat. Disagree with us, argue with us. We love it. We need more constructive criticism. You can leave comments, but you don't have to be a jerk. That's my biggest thing in the whole wide world. There's ways to talk to people, learn how to do it, have some home training. Universe. That's not even to the nerdiverse. That's to the universe. Just do that. Any final thoughts? I know because you're gonna throw a monkey wrench in this and keep us
Nope,
here.
I ain't
but
never heard no ad.
I ain't never heard no at-atting. I want to be a robot one day, dog. Just put my brain inside of a robot, like Ghost in the
We can
Shell.
do that.
I'm down.
Yeah, we can do
So you're
that.
down with me? Yes. Finding someone who's down with me. I would so put my brain in a robot and be good to
I
go.
did not say yes. I have other plans, but good on
Oh,
you.
I don't. There's flesh, dog. I don't need flesh anymore, bro.
Like you like the Nixon and Futurama.
Yeah, let's go.
There are better ways.
No,
Anyway,
man.
on that note,
Anyway, on that note, everybody have a great night. Stay blessed. Stay up. And this is MOTN out.